Hi, it's me again. Today we're going to talk about a different topic. It's about design tool called Iris from Intangi. I would like to show you where to download the Intangi, what does it mean, and show you to start the first project and how you support, of course, any design. First of all, you need to download Iris from the website Intangi. So you go to www.intangi.com/support.php. If you don't have an account, you can register. So with the email, the company name or domain should be whitelisted. So if you are a partner, you will be whitelisted. You will be sent a token. You're gonna just send yourself a token, and then you create the account. So assume that you created the account or you already had an account. In here, you can download, so you can see these are the partners that they use in Intangi IRIS, and you can download IRIS from this specific location. So just click on IRIS, download, and you will download IRIS and you follow the installation instructions. So that's Iris when you log in from the desktop. Multiple few things. In here we have multiple tabs. If you like, you go to tools and user options. In the user options, you set up multiple different options. Perfect. So this is the vendors, or these are the vendors that you are able or you have subscribed to. I can click on here and enable this. If I the fact I'm not a partner to anybody except HPE, I can only see prices for HPE. You can see here 0. I'm not a partner, so I can disable all of those, but I have them listed as options. So now you can see that I have these listed as options. I don't need this. So I have Fortinet. I have Fortinet here. I have Cisco. I have Extreme Networks, and I have Aruba Networks, of course, HPE Aruba Networks. The first thing you're going to do is to create a project. So the project will have a label and so on. So you're going to start with this as the first thing you're going to do. We're going to call this one project 1. So the project might contain multiple sites. So we might call just project 1, the maps and the country and so on. You're going to say okay. Now you created the project. Now you need to create the site. So you might have multiple sites. We're going to create a site, just for simplicity, we're going to call it site 1. Obviously, you will have selected the power, very important, depends on the main power. And obviously, for accuracy, you will provide details of the location of the site. Now the site was created. So now we double click, we are inside the site. There's nothing, no topology. That's a site 1, and that's topology here. We'll show you later on how to create another site, but if you right click anywhere, you will see a new site, and I'll show you how to connect the sites together. So double click on the site, you are inside the site. You can add devices now. We're going to add a device just as an example. So we go to HPE networking, we need switches, and we would like to go to the CX switches, and depends on the specifications. This is the list of switches, but we assume that we would like to add an edge. So that's 6300. You'll double click on this, this will insert it here. Now, if you just minimize this, and you can expand this a little bit, you can clearly see this all list of variations or part numbers for that specific switch model. And these are the tabs where you can have all transceivers and so on and so forth. So we assume that we will have one single switch here. And the best thing to do is, once you select this, and if this is repeated, for example, you configure one switch and you then copy it. Is much easier. So it depends on the requirements, what's a power class and so on and so forth. Assuming that we would like to go for the 6348 port, and these are the specs here. Smart rate class 6 of PoE. That's what we would like to do. Now this one, we need to also make sure when we have a core switch, we will have uplink. So the software is here basically. SFP plus or SFP 56, these are two of them will be used for uplink, and basically, or one of them can be used for uplink, and one of them or two of them can be used for the stacking. So if we would like to configure stack here, then we would like to go for ports 49 and 50 for stacking. But at least we need to have a transceiver. These are the speeds of the transceivers that you put in if you would like, and these are transceivers. You can have these transceivers so for maybe for uplinks, say for example, and these are the 4 interfaces. You can right click on here and look at documentation, and in documentation you can view all the related documents, and many of these products they will show to you in 3D view as well. So if you click on this, so that's the switch in 3D view. So if you've never seen a switch, or if you'd like to have more information, good for field engineers, from the bottom, from the side, from the back. And here these are the options that you can select. Like I'm a field engineer, I would like to know how to remove a fan. So the fan unit can be removed, and then say for example how to replace the fan. That will show you how to replace the fan. So this can be a very handy tool, and also give you description on this. Of course, this is the flight tag they call it, and if you click on here, it will show you details, some information about certain aspects of the switch. So that's something that you can always use if you would like to do so. So for the transceivers, we're going to go for port 51 for the uplink, and we will select multi-mode fiber, that is for short distance, 300 meters, and then if there's anything need to be done, they will show it up to you. There's nothing else you need to do on this port. That's a single transceiver in here. And if I need to look at the DAC, as they say, you can go to accessories, and here you can select, this is the stacking, if you like. When you do stacking VSF on these switches, because they will be in the same cabinet, we'll select a shorter cables. So we're going to go for this, and the quantity for this we would like to do 2 of them. So now we have configured this switch basically. Now you can right click here, and you can copy, and you can paste. So you can paste it here. Now you have 2 switches. These are identical switches. Now for the stack, of course, for the accessories here, for this we don't want to have any, because for this we had 2. This would be linked or to connecting them for the stack. So normally we'll go here, and we'll go to connection tool, and we go for this one. Now we have created a situation whereby we can have 2 of these interfaces SFP. Now remember, this one we have added the transceiver. If we decided to go and connect these 2 for the stack, and we selected SFP, the shorter ones anyway, so we're going to go for this, and we will be, let us say, 3 meters, and then we'll connect this one, and we'll have another connection. That's so that's one connection being done. And to come out of this, click anywhere, the plus sign will go away. You can right click on the switch, you can connect obviously, and you select from this port, from this switch specific one. We again would like to remember this is one already occupied, so we're going to connect to this and use SFP plus for that purpose. And we have to select the other product obviously. Yeah, so the other one will be this one, and we're going to connect to this one, and again we're going to just leave it as is, DAC cable, and we're going to connect. So now we have 2 cables connecting to the 2 switches. We can clearly see the number of cables here is equal to. So these two switches now connected to each other. We can do much more than we can copy both of these again multiple times, say for example. Now we can produce a bill of material for site 1 obviously. So we're going to close this, and that will show you the total. You can always export this one in Excel sheet if you would like to export to Excel. Manipulate that Excel sheet if you would like to. So example, export to Excel. That's the bill of material. You can add your own discounts and other stuff. So no discount by default, and that's the one that you can always use. In here we showed you how Iris works as basic principle, and we have created the first project. Thank you for watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in future videos. Thank you.